Stars
Raise the
win.
roof.
We got a
Hey.
Stars win, baby. We got a Stars win. A nice
And
one.
a nail biter in overtime as well.
There was some free hockey to be had if we could have got tickets to go.
Yeah.
Some free hockey, some 3-on-3. Um, but man, just some of my takeaways from this game is Ty Dellandrea, our rookie, our first round pick. He
Hmm.
looks amazing, man. I know you were listening. You probably didn't get to see some of this stuff firsthand, but he just flies around and he's like a little pest. And actually, one of the Red Wings almost got into a fight with him a couple times because he's just a little pest. Like
Yeah.
he's so quick and so just on your ass. You can't do anything about it. So I'm really excited for him. He kind of reminds me. I was telling Ernie tonight. He reminds me of last year, Guryanov, how Guryanov came on, and I'm excited for
Mm.
him. I was hoping he could get that
Well, and
first
that's what
goal
they were.
tonight.
Well, and that's what the guys on the ticket were talking about pregame. They were talking about how Gurry just always flies around. I mean, they said that they were talking about how fast he is up and down the ice. So that's, I mean, hey, we got another one of those guys. Hopefully, he turns into a good version of Gurry.
Exactly. Shout out to the ticket. Shout out Josh Bogart and Daryl Razor Ray. Those are
Yeah.
the ticket guys. Um, Another thing is Kudobin, dude. Another solid game for him. He hasn't had a single game off this season, and he hasn't skipped a beat from that playoff run last year. He's making saves when they count. He had a couple trickle in. Um, they were probably talking about it when you were listening to one in the first period. It just completely was a shank. It took a weird bounce and then it shanked in.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was annoying. It was like one of those where when you're the one that scores it, you're like, oh yeah, we'll take it. But when it happens to you, you're like, fuck, seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but yeah, no, I did hear a little bit of it, but no, it was like I said, I wish I could have seen it, but I mean, dude,
No, no.
work schedule's a little messed up right now.
Listening is the same thing, bro. You get all the
It is.
stats.
That's
You heard
right.
about the goal, right? You heard about the goal. So
Yeah, I
that's all
did.
that matters. And it's actually cool for the Stars. You're actually listening to the same thing that is happening on the TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Josh Bogart and Razor Ray are the commentators for the ticket
Oh, okay.
because the ticket is the official station of the Stars. So you're listening
Okay.
to the same thing I'm listening to. So that's why I was like, oh, you just listened to it. Well, we heard the same things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and as you guys will come to learn, Joe Pavelski has been my favorite player since we picked him up free agency a couple years ago. I got the Joe Winter Classic on right now. Um, my man made history tonight. He got to 100 career points for his career, and that's like eighth. I want to say eighth or ninth most for somebody picked in a later round. He was drafted in the 7th round, and I have it written down here. Daddy Joe gets to 800 career points, and if Austin, you're watching this, comment Daddy Joe in the comments. But he's really stepped up since Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin have been out, and he's a veteran. He knows what needs to be done, and he just goes out there and he finds ways to get people involved. His 800th career point came on, he won the faceoff, got out to Klingberg, and then Klingberg, my next point, is a sniper from the blue line. I mean, nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is, I mean, people do it, obviously, but his toe drags, the way he is with the puck, it's awesome to watch. So shout
So
out Joe.
shout out Joe. So my question kind of to you, I mean, like, how do you think that how do you think the Stars are going to uh, handle the comeback of Jamie and Tyler? I mean, do you think it's going to be like just blowout and we're just blowing people out 7-0 like on our season
Mm-hmm.
opener, or do you think it's going to be more of kind of just a lax, everybody's kind of moving into things and stuff like that?
Yeah, first off, that's a great question. I did not think you were going to ask that, but I actually talked about that with Ernie tonight, and I was like, because so last season during the playoff run and most of the season, Tyler Seguin was not scoring as many goals as we're used to him scoring, but he was also dealing with a knee injury, so I give him that benefit of the doubt that it was an injury lingering with him. So I personally am looking for the Stars to just, I mean, Jamie Benn hopefully will be back soon. I think his is more of a just wait it since they're rolling right now. You might as well just give him the time he needs to heal. But
Mm-hmm.
to answer your question, I think that honestly it might cause a little friction at first just because it's guys who haven't played together. But then again, they do have a lot of chemistry. That top line with Radulov, Ben, and Sagan, they have a lot of chemistry. They've been together for years. So I would look for them, hopefully, fingers crossed, don't skip a beat. And when Ben comes back, just come back in and we're rolling. And it's going to be important for us to keep rolling because like we're going to need to stay hot, especially in a shorter season, 50, I think it's 50, 52 or 56 games. You're going to need to be over 500 and you're going to make the playoffs and be a good seed, especially in our division. We got Tampa Bay, Chicago, Nashville, a tough division. You know what I mean?
So as of right now, the way that the season is going right now, and the fact that we don't have Jamie or Tyler, if we keep rolling like this, do you see us getting into the playoffs this year and possibly going to the Stanley Cup?
Yes. So I think we might have talked about this before. My goals
Yeah.
for this season are we got to go 2 rounds deep at least.
Okay.
The way this team is set up and the way that guys like Ty Delandry are stepping up, we need to make the most out of these things and the most out of the contributions we're getting from these young guys that not a lot of teams get. So I would look for us to go at least 2 rounds deep. I would love for us to go to Western Conference Finals, and I would love it. Who wouldn't love to see the Stars back in the Stanley Cup? It's just a very tough task to expect. You don't want to expect that because like then you just set yourself up for heartbreak. So
Right.
realistic goal for the Stars with this team, I think we can go 2 rounds deep. Best case scenario, we're back in the Cup. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you mean. So the question is, so say we don't make it, say we make it only 1 round this season. What are we looking for? Like, who are we looking to pick up next season in order to get us to that next step?
Honestly, the next offseason is going to be very interesting because we have the expansion draft coming up for Seattle. And I'm not completely sure how that's going to work, but I would imagine that we're going to lose some of our big contributors to the expansion draft. I think we can only protect so many, and a lot of our good, like we have a lot of good, like we're a really good team. We have a lot of players that could go, like players on our second or third line that could go be a first line player on another team. And I'm not sure how that offseason is going to look, to be honest with you. I just don't know how the format of the expansion draft is. Like, I know we get to protect so many players, but is there a limit on how many players can be taken from the Stars per se? Like, can they just be like, okay, we want everybody that the Stars don't protect? You know what I mean? I think there's a limit to it. There's got to be. You can't just take the Stars' whole bench.
Right.
But I would be not ignorant, but I don't want to speak not knowing what I'm talking about. So I honestly don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know. I'm hoping Ben Bishop can come back soon, though.
Yeah.
And then going back to this game, circling it back, we talked a little bit about the season expectations and stuff. This game, to go in like more broad into the season, we killed all 3 penalties tonight. Our penalty kill looked amazing, and then we were 1 for 4 on the power play. Would have liked to see another one creep in.
But the fact of the matter is they scored 5 seconds into the power play.
Yeah.
Which was absolutely crazy.
Well, the thing, when you have a guy like Pavelski, he very rarely loses faceoffs. People hate going up against on faceoffs against him because, I don't know, he's a wizard. He gets it every time. And he knows he's going to get it. You'll see him walk over to Klingberg or somebody, hey, it's going right here, right there. And then Klingberg has the ability. He's so talented. He can snipe from the blue line. So, yeah, I mean, but, yeah, penalty kill looked amazing. I would have liked to see another score on the power play, but that puts us to 9 out of our 12 goals this season are on the power play. So our power play is looking amazing. We're drawing penalties. Guys like Ty Delandria and people who are getting after it are drawing penalties. We're capitalizing on those, making them pay. So all I can say is let's just stay hot and keep this thing rolling, man. You know what I mean?
That's all they need to do, man.
Let's keep
That's all
this
they need to
thing
do.
rolling.
Let's go. Let's go.
But just to kind of wrap this video up, we haven't got any more subscribers, bro. What are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing, dude?
What are y'all doing, bro? We're trying to give you a jersey.
For real. Like, y'all are selfish. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button.
Just like, look, there's a big 3. You got to like, you got to subscribe, share, comment, something. The biggest is subscribe, because we got a ton of good content coming. We actually, probably in our next video, we got a big announcement coming. That's going to be even a lot of good news. I can't wait. I'm not going to share it tonight, but next video is going to be awesome. But we appreciate y'all tuning in. Chris, if you're watching, #214. I don't know what Jacob's got for you today.
I don't have anything for you, Chris. I just want to say I love you, man.
Nothing for Chris. All right. We love you, Chris. But hey, tune back in and go ahead and subscribe, because we got some cool stuff coming your way. Appreciate y'all.
Love you guys.